Your cat used to run to the door when you came home. Now, she just watches you from the couch. Your cat used to sleep next to your pillow. Now, he sleeps in another room, with the door barely open, just in case he needs to escape. Maybe you've noticed your cat flinching slightly when you move your hand too fast, even though you weren't trying to do anything at all. Maybe they used to greet you at the top of the stairs every single day, and now they just glance at you and go back to sleep. If any of this sounds familiar, I need you to keep watching, because there's a good chance you're doing something every single day that is quietly breaking your cat's trust. And the worst part? You probably think you're being a good cat parent while you do it. This isn't about blame. Almost nobody teaches new cat owners how cats actually think. We grow up watching dogs on TV. We learn dog body language without even trying. But cats are a mystery to most people, even people who have loved cats their whole lives. So when your cat pulls away, it's rarely because they've stopped loving you. It's usually because somewhere along the way, a signal got missed, a boundary got crossed, and your cat quietly adjusted their behavior to protect themselves. Cats are survivors first. Trust, for them, is a calculated decision, not a blind loyalty. Cats don't slam doors. They don't yell. They don't leave angry notes on the fridge. When a cat stops trusting you, they just pull away, a little bit at a time. One day, they stop sitting on your lap. A few weeks later, they stop sleeping in your room. Then they start flinching when you reach for them. It happens so slowly that most owners never even notice it's happening, until one day they look at their cat and realize, we used to be so close. What happened? Here's the truth. Cats are not like dogs. Dogs forgive fast. Dogs come back even after you scold them. Cats are different. Cats are built on trust, and trust with a cat is fragile. It takes weeks, sometimes months, to build, and it can be broken in seconds, over and over, without you even realizing it. The scary part is, most of the habits that damage a cat's trust are things loving, caring owners do every single day, thinking they're totally normal. So today, I'm going to walk you through the habits that are silently destroying your bond with your cat. Some of these might surprise you. Some of these you might be doing right now without even thinking about it. Stick with me till the end, because the last one on this list is the one almost every cat owner gets wrong, and once you fix it, your cat will start acting like a completely different animal around you. Let's get into it. Number 1, picking your cat up when they don't want to be picked up. I know, your cat is adorable and you just want to scoop them up and cuddle them. But here's the thing. Cats value control over their own bodies more than almost anything else. When you grab your cat and hold them against their will, even for a few seconds, you're telling their brain, you have no say here. Do this often enough, and your cat starts to associate your hands, and even you, with a loss of control. Next time, watch your cat's body before you pick them up. If they're relaxed, sitting close to you, tail loose, that's a yes. If they're tense, backing away, or their tail is flicking, that's a no. Respecting that no is one of the fastest ways to build trust back. Think about the last time you tried to hug a cat who clearly didn't want it. Maybe they went stiff in your arms. Maybe they pushed against your chest with their paws. Maybe they wriggled free the second you loosened your grip, even slightly. Now imagine that happening to you every single day. Someone bigger than you deciding when and how you get touched, with no way to say no that actually gets listened to. That's what it can feel like for a cat who's picked up against their will over and over. The fix isn't to hold your cat. It's to let holding be their idea as often as possible, and to put them down the moment they start to squirm, instead of holding on a few extra seconds just because. Number 2. Laughing at your cat when they're scared. This one seems harmless. Your cat jumps 3 feet in the air because a cucumber appeared behind them, or they slip off the counter, and it's funny, so you laugh. Maybe you even film it for social media. But to your cat, in that moment, they were genuinely scared, and the person they trust most just reacted with amusement instead of comfort. Cats read our energy constantly. If your response to their fear is always laughter, they slowly learn that you're not a safe place to be scared around. Next time your cat gets startled, try staying calm and quiet instead of laughing. Let them come back to you on their own terms. Number 3. Punishing them for scratching or biting during play. A lot of cat parents don't realize that rough play often comes from us. You wiggle your fingers near your kitten. They bite, and you yell no or flick their nose. But here's the problem. Your cat wasn't trying to hurt you. They were playing the only way they knew how. When you punish natural cat behavior instead of redirecting it, your cat doesn't learn "don't bite hands." They learn that hands are unpredictable and sometimes scary. The fix is simple. Never play with your bare hands. Use a wand toy instead. This keeps play fun for both of you and keeps your hands as a source of comfort, not confusion. A lot of owners tell me their cat just gets aggressive out of nowhere during playtime. But when we look closer, it almost always traces back to hands being used as toys early on, especially with kittens. A kitten who learns that biting fingers is a fun game grows into an adult cat with the same habit, except now it actually hurts. And when that adult cat gets scolded for doing the exact thing they were encouraged to do as a kitten, it creates real confusion about what your hands are even for. Swap the habit early, and your cat learns that hands mean gentle pets and treats, while the wand toy is where all the wild, pouncy energy belongs. Number 4. Staring directly into your cat's eyes. In the cat world, a long, direct stare is not a loving gesture. It's actually read as a challenge or a threat. Think about it from your cat's side. This giant creature keeps locking eyes with them across the room, unblinking. To a cat, that can feel intense, even intimidating. If you want to build trust instead, try what's called a slow blink. Look at your cat, blink slowly, and look away. This is basically a cat's way of saying, "I trust you. I'm not a threat." Do this often, and you'll start to notice your cat slow blinking back at you. That's your cat saying, "I love you," in their own language. Number 5. Cornering your cat when they're scared. This happens more than people realize. Your cat is hiding under the bed because the vacuum just went off, and instead of leaving them alone, you crawl under there to comfort them, blocking their only way out. To a frightened cat, being trapped, even by someone they love, feels like danger. Cats need an escape route to feel safe. If your cat is scared, give them space and let them come to you. Sit nearby, stay calm, and let them decide when they're ready. Forcing comfort on a scared cat almost always backfires.
Number 6. Ignoring your cat's body language. This is a big one because it's so easy to miss if you don't know what to look for. A swishing tail, flattened ears, dilated pupils, or a low crouched body are all signs your cat is uncomfortable or overstimulated. When owners miss these signals and keep petting, holding, or approaching anyway, cats eventually learn that their warnings don't matter. And when a cat feels their signals are ignored,
Sometimes the only option left is a scratch or a bite.
Learning to read these signs isn't complicated once you know them, and it instantly makes your cat feel more understood and safe around you. Here's a simple way to start. Before you reach out to pet or pick up your cat, take 2 seconds to actually look at them. Are their ears facing forward or turned sideways like little airplane wings? Is their tail still and relaxed or twitching at the tip like it's counting down to something? Is their body loose or coiled tight like a spring? Cats are constantly broadcasting how they feel. We just aren't taught to watch for it. Once you start noticing these small cues, you'll be able to step back a second before things escalate, and your cat will start to trust that you actually listen, not just with words, but with your actions.
Number 7. Forcing interactions with strangers or other pets. You have guests over and you want to show off how cute your cat is, so you grab them and put them in a stranger's arms.
Your cat didn't get a say in that. Cats are naturally cautious around new people and new animals, and that caution is healthy, not something to override. When you force these interactions, your cat can start to feel like their own home isn't a safe space anymore. And worse, they may associate that anxious feeling with you, since you're the one who put them in that position. Always let your cat approach new people and animals at their own pace.
Number 8. Moving their things without warning. Cats build a mental map of their territory, down to where the food bowl sits, where the litter box is, and where their favorite napping spot is.
When you suddenly rearrange furniture, move the litter box to a new room, or switch their feeding spot overnight, it can genuinely stress them out. Their whole sense of safety is built on things staying predictable.
If you need to make a change, try to do it gradually, over several days, so your cat has time to adjust without feeling like their whole world just shifted under them. Number 9. Chasing your cat for fun. Some owners think it's a cute game to chase their cat around the house.
But to a cat, being chased by something much bigger than them can trigger a real fear response, not a playful one.
Even if your cat sometimes seems to enjoy short bursts of chase play, doing this often, especially when they're clearly trying to get away, teaches them that you can turn into a source of danger at any moment. If your cat runs from you in fear rather than playful energy, that's your sign to stop immediately. There's a big difference between a cat who's mid-zoomy, bouncing around the house with wide, excited eyes, and a cat who's flattened low to the ground, ears pinned back, trying to squeeze under the nearest piece of furniture. The first one is having fun. The second one is trying to survive an encounter that feels threatening. If you can't tell the difference in the moment, a good rule of thumb is to stop the second your cat stops looking back at you playfully and starts looking for an exit instead. Number 10. Making a career only means bad things. If the only time your cat sees their carrier is right before a vet visit, they will start to associate it, and often you, with fear and stress.
The moment you pull that carrier out of the closet, your cat's brain switches into panic mode because every past experience with it ended somewhere scary.
A simple fix that changes everything. Leave the carrier out in your living space all the time with a soft blanket inside, and occasionally toss treats near it or inside it. Over time, the carrier stops being a scary trap and becomes just another part of the house.
Number 11. Using a spray bottle or physical punishment. This is one of the most damaging habits, and unfortunately, it's still very common advice online.
Squirting your cat with water or tapping them when they do something wrong doesn't teach them the behavior is bad. It teaches them that you, specifically, are unpredictable and something to be cautious around.
Cats don't connect punishment to actions the way dogs sometimes do. All they learn is, sometimes this human hurts or scares me for no clear reason. This single habit can undo months of trust building in just a few uses.
Redirecting bad behavior with toys, scratching posts, or positive reinforcement always works better, and it keeps your relationship intact. Picture your cat scratching the couch. You grab a spray bottle and squirt it. They run off, and from your side, it looks like it worked. The scratching stopped, at least for now. But from your cat's side, something very different happened. One moment, they were relaxing and doing completely normal cat behavior, and the next, water was blasting them out of nowhere. They didn't learn, "Don't scratch the couch." They learned, "Sometimes, for no reason I understand, my environment turns dangerous." Over time, cats punished this way often become more anxious overall, not just around the couch, but around their owner in general, because the punishment feels random and unpredictable rather than connected to a specific choice.
Number 12. Waking your cat up abruptly. Cats sleep 16 to 18 hours a day, and a lot of that sleep is deep and vulnerable. If you constantly poke, pick up, or startle your cat awake, especially for your own entertainment, you're interrupting one of the only times they feel fully safe. Imagine someone shaking you awake every time you finally fall into a deep sleep. It would make you anxious, even at nap time. Let sleeping cats lie, unless there's a real reason to wake them.
Number 13. Forcing grooming, brushing, or nail trims without any preparation. Many cats hate having their paws touched or being restrained for grooming, and honestly, that reaction often comes from how the process was introduced.
If the first time your cat experiences nail trims is you pinning them down and rushing through it while they struggle, they will remember that feeling every single time after. Going slow, touching their paws gently during calm moments, and pairing grooming sessions with treats can completely change how your cat feels about these routines.
Number 14. Being inconsistent with feeding times. Cats thrive on routine more than most owners realize. If mealtime happens whenever it's convenient for you, sometimes early, sometimes hours late, your cat can develop real anxiety around food.
Some cats even start overeating or begging excessively because they're not sure when or if the next meal is coming. Keeping a consistent feeding schedule isn't just about nutrition. It's one of the simplest ways to make your cat feel secure in their environment. Cats are creatures of habit in a way that's easy to underestimate. Some cats can tell time better than the humans feeding them, pacing near the kitchen minutes before the usual mealtime, purely based on routine. When that routine breaks down constantly, it's not just annoying meowing you're dealing with. It's genuine uncertainty building up in your cat's mind about whether their basic needs are going to be met.
A predictable schedule, even if it's not a perfect one, tells your cat, "You can count on me." And that message matters more than most owners realize. Number 15. Introducing a new pet too quickly. Bringing home a new kitten or a new dog is exciting for you, but for your current cat, it can feel like an invasion of their entire territory. When new animals are introduced without a slow, controlled process, cats can become stressed, defensive, or withdrawn, and in some cases, they may start avoiding you too, since you're the one who brought this disruption into their safe space. Gradual introductions, separate spaces at first, and letting scent familiarity build over days or weeks makes an enormous difference. Number 16. Not stopping when your cat has had enough petting. This is called petting-induced aggression, and it confuses so many owners. Your cat is enjoying pets, purring even, and then suddenly they whip around and nip you. It feels random, but it's not. Cats have a threshold for physical touch, and once they hit it, continued petting starts to feel overstimulating rather than pleasant. The nip is their last resort warning after other subtle signs were missed, like a tail starting to twitch or skin rippling along their back. Learning to stop at the first sign of tension, rather than pushing for just a few more pets, keeps touch a positive experience instead of something your cat has to defend themselves from.
Most cats actually give you several warnings before that nip happens. The ears might flick backward for just a second. The tail might thump once against the couch. The purring might even continue while the body starts to stiffen slightly, which confuses a lot of owners because they assume purring always means happy. But purring can also happen during stress or overstimulation. If you make it a habit to pause every few minutes during a petting session and check in, does your cat lean back in for more, or do they seem done? You'll start to catch these signals early, long before teeth are involved.
Number 17. Using your cat as a prop when they're clearly stressed. We've all seen it. Maybe we've even done it.
A cat is dressed up or held in an uncomfortable position for a cute photo while their ears are pinned back and their body is stiff as a board.
In the moment, we're focused on getting the perfect shot, but our cat is signaling distress the entire time. Repeatedly ignoring these signals for the sake of a photo teaches your cat that their comfort comes second to your goals, and that's a hard thing for trust to survive. Number 18. Not giving your cat a safe space to retreat to. Every cat needs at least one spot in the home that is entirely theirs, a place where no one bothers them, picks them up, or forces interaction. This could be a high shelf, a covered bed, or a quiet room. When a cat has nowhere to fully decompress and feel untouchable, their stress levels stay elevated all the time, even in a loving home. And here's the connection to trust. A cat who always has an escape option available actually chooses to be near you more often, not less, because they know being close to you is optional, not forced. And now, here's the one habit that ties everything together. The one most owners never even think about. It's breaking a promise to your cat, even a small one. Calling your cat over with their favorite sound, the one that usually means treats or dinner, and instead using it to trick them into the carrier or into a bath. Cats remember these patterns. If the sound that once meant something good is coming starts meaning something scary is coming, even occasionally, your cat's trust in that signal and in you quietly erodes. Once a cat can't predict whether you're being genuine or setting them up, they start hesitating before coming to you at all, even when you really do just want to give them a treat. Here's the good news in all of this. Trust that's been damaged isn't gone forever. Cats are incredibly forgiving of humans who change their behavior, even after months of missteps. It doesn't take grand gestures. It takes small, consistent choices. Respecting a no when you reach for them. Letting them approach you first. Slow blinking instead of staring. Keeping their environment predictable.
Every one of these tiny choices rebuilds a brick in the wall of trust, one at a time, until one day you'll notice your cat is back on the pillow next to you or waiting by the door again when you come home. Think about the cats you've heard of, or maybe even seen yourself, who came from rough situations, a shelter, the street, a home that didn't treat them well, and yet, months later, they're curled up purring in someone's lap like nothing bad ever happened.
If a cat with a genuinely painful past can learn to trust again, your cat, who probably already loves you, deep down, can absolutely recover from a few missed signals or misunderstood habits. The relationship you have with your cat isn't fixed in stone. It shifts based on how you show up for them every single day, in the small moments most people never even think about. If you recognized even one of these habits in yourself while watching this, don't feel guilty. Almost every cat owner has done at least a few of these without knowing better. That's exactly why this video exists. What matters now is what you do next. So here's your homework. Pick just one habit from this list, the one that hit closest to home, and commit to changing it this week.
Your cat will notice,
even if it takes a little time. If this video helped you understand your cat a little better, hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps this channel keep making videos like this. Drop a comment and tell me which habit surprised you the most. I read every single one.
And if you want more videos like this to help you build a deeper bond with your cat, make sure you're subscribed, because trust me, your cat is worth it.